students, as young entrepreneurs, and everyone that's a part of the society. I especially want to give thanks to my mentor, Dr. Riverson. He's been there from inception of my career, giving me guidance and all that, bringing me up to the point that I am now. So I'd like to say thank you, and thanks to everybody that's on the call. You're doing a really great job by, having interesting conversations like this. So it's going to really benefit you. You've done well for being here. So like Philip said earlier, my name is Clara Minta Ofusu. That's my name. I am currently working with Talugana Limited, and I hold a bachelor's degree in petrochemical engineering, an alumnus of KNUST. I have a little over 2 years work experience, right from inception of my national service. So then in November 2020, I started a new role as a trainee subsea engineer with my same company, Talugana Limited. So that was for my national service, if you like. My responsibilities expanded across subsea operations in general. And if I would give a little bit of a highlight, I was involved in working on subsea equipment maintenance, mobilization offshore, testing onshore, installations, change outs or replacement if you would have to, recover any field equipment or faulty equipment from the seabed. I was involved in the recent KNK shutdown activity planning as well, involved in offshore new work commissioning, and that gave me, some opportunity to work offshore, which I was really glad. Fast forward in November 2021, my role diverged a little bit more into project management. So it was more like project control. So, when you say project controls, you're talking about cost engineering, project planning, and then risk assessment. So that was what I began majoring as part of my background in subsea. So basically I was supporting the subsea team with their project management, activity planning, and then forecasting cost and budget for all of these equipment and services that we have with the various contractors as well. So yes, currently I work as a subsea and a logistics cost engineer with Talugana Limited. So that's something brief about me. I would hand it over back to Philip to continue.
All right. Thank you, Clara, for that brief introduction. I'll move to Kwamina, to also give us a 2-minute brief introduction and tell us briefly about yourself. Mr. Baka, are you on the call? Yes, I can see you. Please, if you are not talking, we'll be glad if you can mute yourself. Thank you so much. We would like to have, panelists. We would like to have you on video when you are talking, if your network allows you. Thank you so much. Kwamina, can you hear me? If you are talking, I don't think I can hear you. Can anyone hear him?
No, I do not.
All right. I'll quickly move on to Abena.
Hello.
All right, we can hear you. Kwanzaa, can you hear me? Hello? All right, as he resolves his glitches, let's have
Is it much better?
yes, we can hear you now. You can go ahead.
Right. So my name is Kwamina Abaka Kwanza, and I work with West African Company. I have been working for a little over half a decade with the company, and I primarily work as the business and market advisor for the West African gas pipeline. And over the past 6 to about 7 years, I mean, along my career, I met Dr. Riverson Opon, who has been very instrumental in the growth of my career. He actually was my supervisor for my master's, which I did in petroleum economics and finance with the Coventry University. And beyond that, Dr. Riverson has supported me to co-author a number of papers and theses across board. The very instrumental one was with the Offshore Africa journal, which was quite a huge one for me about 2 years ago. So thank you very much, Dr. Riverson, for putting me on. And I mean, for as a brief background to who I am and what I've done so far, the critical projects that I worked on was with the commercial team on the interconnection with the West African gas pipeline and then the Ghana gas pipeline to allow for the extra volumes that we receive from gas fields in Takoradi to be sent or to be transported to the Tema enclave for power generation through the West African gas pipeline. There are a number of them too. I've worked on some ECOWAS project on the expansion of the West African gas pipeline project as well. And there are a couple of them I'm still working on. At the moment, I'm part of the commercial team trying to renegotiate the gas transportation agreement contract between the West African gas pipeline and NGAS. That's the gas that is transported from Nigeria to Ghana at the moment. That's a little background about myself. So I work in the commercial and business development space within the oil and gas sector, specifically for West African gas pipeline. I look forward to a very engaging session today. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for that brief introduction. We quickly move on to Abina Owusu-Ayeboah for a brief introduction.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, SPE Ghana section, for the opportunity. I'm trying to log on using my laptop, so I'll manage with my phone now. So I am Abna Owusu-Ayeboah. I work with Ghana National Gas Company as an operations engineer at Atuabo. So as an operations engineer, I work both on the field as a plant engineer, and also I work as a production scheduler. So I do most communication with the stakeholders in the gas value chain, and also do a lot of a lot of reporting. I'm quite busy now, and but anyways, thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to sharing my experiences and the little advice I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Abina. Thank you so much for the brief intro, Abina. Alex Ofori Mensah, can you introduce yourself briefly for us?
I believe you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Miss Alexander, very good to be here. I am a PhD student from the University of Mines and Technology. I have actually been in the PhD studies since 2019, and I hope to finish next year, God willing. I hope to finish my studies. Throughout my studies, I've had the pleasure of working with people from GMPC engineers, reservoir engineers, such as Martin, George, seasoned engineers, very good people. I've also had the pleasure of working with geologists, also from GNPC as well. Aside that, I am working currently with SLB, which is Schlumberger, formerly known as Schlumberger. Yeah, digital and integration team here in Accra. So I'm really honored to be here. I know we're going to have a very good discussion, and I really thank SPE Ghana for organizing this. Dr. Riverson done a very good job, and thank you, Philip, for also moderating this. I look forward to a very fruitful discussion with all of you and to learn so much from your experiences as well.
All right, thank you so much, Alex. Oh, can we have you introduce yourself briefly for us?
Hi, Philip.
Hi, Pearl.
Kindly confirm if I'm audible.
You are very audible. Please go ahead.
Right. Okay, so as Philip introduced me, my name is Pearl Akuma Abrokwa. I am the Chemist Assistant Manager for Car Powership Ghana Company Limited. I joined SPE about 2 years ago, where I met Dr. Riverson Okon, and he's been very instrumental in my career development, and I'm very grateful to him. My background is in petrochemical engineering and energy and its sustainable management, both from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. My career started as an assistant marketing officer at the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, and I moved on to Car Powership Ghana Company Limited about 7 years ago, where I work as a chemist. Yes, and I'm proud to say I was a member of the team that performed the conversion of our engines from utilizing heavy fuel oil to gas. So now we're having gas to power. As a chemist on a combined power plant, my role, amongst many others, is to ensure quality steam is being produced for power generation at the steam turbines, performing quality tests on lubricating oils, and previously performing quality tests on heavy fuel oils. But currently, because of gas, I don't do that again. I look forward to having a very insightful time here, learning from everyone on the panel, and I hope we'll all leave here taking something away. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Pearl. Pearl, don't go yet.
All
I
right.
have a question for you.
Okay.
Maybe probably you should start the session for us. So
Okay, that's
for those who are just coming in, we are talking about life after school. Life after school, and this is the annual student technical session with SPE Ghana. Pearl, I would like you to tell us briefly why you choose this work, or why you are in this current industry.
Right, it started all the way from uni, actually choosing petrochemical engineering. My idea was petrochemical engineering was petroleum engineering and chemical engineering being put together. So I can go to the rig, come drill some oil, come back, and I will still understand what's happening in its refinery and all of that. But I went in and noticed that wasn't really it. I don't regret taking that course because it has myriad of streams in the downstream sector of the industry. Currently, in my role as a chemist here, I chose this role because it's in line with my bachelor degree, all that we learned in the chemical engineering principles that we learned in petrochemical engineering, being here, running quality tests and ensuring everything goes on well, optimum production of energy for Ghana, and making sure engines are in the best operation to deliver results. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll come back to you.
All right.
for you to tell us some of the challenges you are facing at where you are or the industry you've picked. But I would like to throw the same question to Abena. Abena, why did you choose where you are working currently? Or you are forced to be pushed there? Or you went in for money? We want to know. Abena, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Please start all over again. We didn't hear you.
I'm now here to start. So, first of all, money is a factor. But yeah, to be honest, money is a factor. But I have a passion for the industry. I want to contribute positively, but with my former or current job role. Before I proceed, I would like to add that I've transitioned from midstream to upstream. So I'm now with SLB, and I'm currently in IBC for work. Yeah, but my previous job role or my current job role, I wanted to first of all, I think I was in school, I was in primary when Ghana discovered oil. So I was very much interested.
Now we are losing you for a while.
Can you hear me?
Yes, come again. We lost you a bit.
Okay. I'm saying that money is a factor, but I had an interest right from JHS to be in the industry. And with my job role, I participated in Gas Challenge in 2019. So I got the opportunity to do my national service with Ghana Gas. And from there, I started my career as an operations engineer. But I don't restrict myself.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
We are losing you. We are losing you once in a while. We lost you.
Okay. Let me use my phone. Let me use my phone.
Can you
kindly pass the question to another person while I log in with my phone?
Can you reposition? I'll come back to you.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you.
Alex, you are a PhD. Probably you might want to go into research, lecturing, or industry. Why did you choose this field in which you are now?
Okay, that's an interesting question. It actually started way back during my undergraduate studies. I had the pleasure of participating in certain programs or competitions organized by SPE that actually allowed us to really to challenge our thinking, like Petrobol, for instance. So it was after my graduation, I had the pleasure of being a TA at the university because I had wanted to be at a place where I would have to do a lot of research and be able to study new things as time goes on. So after my service, I had the scholarship from the university to study a 4-year straight PhD program. And so currently it has been very fruitful. I've had the opportunity of participating in some research works that have been published. I've had the opportunity of working with some engineers elsewhere in the industry on projects. I've also had the pleasure of having my name on 3 research papers so far. So I can say that being along this channel, being in academia and having my PhD, doing my PhD, it was something that aligned with my goal of always learning new things as time goes on.
All right, thank you so much, Alex. Abena, can I come back to you for you to finish up?
Yes, you can.
All right, this is far better.
Okay, so I'll use the phone instead.
All right.
Can you please repeat your question again?
All right. Let me repeat my question again. Initially, you started by saying the major reason why you went in is because of money. So now you get the question. So why did you choose your current field of work or the industry you are in now?
Okay, so first of all, I said money was a factor in selecting my course in the university. I also pursued petrochemical engineering and completed 2020. Yes, but for my job role, I didn't choose it, and I don't think most of us on this panel chose it. The opportunity came and we grabbed it. Yes, and personally, we are looking for greater and bigger opportunities. So just to add up, I said I participated in Gas Challenge in 2019, represented KNUST. So that's how come I got the opportunity to join Ghana National Gas Company. And I began as a service personnel, and I am with them as an operations engineer, but just this month I left. So I'm currently with SLB. I've transitioned from midstream to upstream. So back to what I'm saying, we don't choose where we have to be. The opportunity comes. I'm looking for opportunities, and the opportunity came. So I want to learn. I want to learn. So that's how come I find myself where I am now. I want to learn. I'm curious, and I'm looking for opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Abena. Thank you so much. This question goes to Amina and Clara. They are on the call. I would like Clara to pick it first, then Kwamina will follow. So we all face challenges in life.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you?
Yes, unfortunately, I can't hear the rest of the team members. I don't know what that's.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, so we'll rectify that in the subsequent submissions.
Right.
All right, so Kwamina, please start. Kwamina, please start for us. At your workplace, you are into commercialization, right?
Right, right.
Okay, what are some of the challenges you face in your daily working activities? Can you elaborate on it for us?
Right, so you know, the challenge I have here is that for a region like the West African region, there is some bit of challenge in terms of gathering of information or market research details or data. So sometimes the level of accuracy or the level of detail you provide for your work can be very challenging, especially when you don't have any or you've not built any network in the industry. So the challenge really is about data within the West African region. I think it's because the gas market is not really grown as other countries or other places. However, if the way I've been able to handle the challenge is to network more with lots and lots of people. I'm very happy to be on the call with the fellow panelists and then people like Dr. Riverson who have been supporting me over the time and all that. So fundamentally, it is data.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Clara, can we have you on the same question, the challenges you face currently as you work as a subsea engineer?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I would talk about the fact that, you know, more or less, I'm a young professional and new to my career. I have a little over 2 years of work experience, like I mentioned. So I'm coming from petrochemical engineering to subsea engineering. So these two fields are different. I mean, you are able to, you know, find some similarities in terms of engineering operations. However, they are two completely different courses, if you would like. So then it draws down to delivery and then learning on the job. So one challenge I've really had to face is the learning on the job process, going parallel with delivery. You find yourself working with people with 13 years of work experience, 15 years, 20 years, and you are supposed to, so I mean, like if you are given a task, you are supposed to deliver, because in the industry that we are in, they are going to tell you that for every second that you lose, or for every second that you waste, there's like a large volume of oil being produced. So you don't have to, pass your deadlines. So you're supposed to make sure that you're delivering. But alongside, you're picking up new things, learning a lot. I mean, 2 years is some time to learn a lot, but there's still so much to learn. So basically, from start of my work, I resorted to having to work for extra hours for a very long time, just so I would steal some time, to grasp things for myself. And in terms of time management, that is not so good to do. I mean, you're supposed to be able to manage your time properly to cover everything, but that was one thing that I resorted to because there was literally less time for me to deliver. So fast forward, when I adjusted a little bit, one thing I picked up in the industry is smart working. You realize that at a particular level, so many details are not really needed. So you just have to be as smart and then pick up, along the lines of your project. So, I mean, when I started implementing smart working, I took a few courses on it and then, merged it in with, together with time management. And then, things changed a little bit for me. So currently, I've kind of covered that with learning on the job and then having to deliver as well. So that's like one thing that I really used to have challenge, but I have it under cover now. If you ask me, it's about 80% under control. So yeah, that's one thing that I will talk about because I moved from, one point to a completely different, field. That is the challenge I faced. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Hold on for me. Don't go yet. Hold on for me. You have about 2 years professional experience, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Is that correct? Okay. Yeah. So this question, we'll run around to the ladies on the panelists. This question runs to all the ladies on the panelists. How do you stay up to date to industry practice, information, and knowledge? Industry practice, information, and knowledge. How do you stay up to date on this industry? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you again, Philip, for that question. So I would talk about two things. For me, that's one aspect SPE that's very good in terms of having to organize all of these knowledge building sessions for us. Personally, I got to appreciate SPE, very well when I was out of school. I mean, like from inception of my career, because then, I mean, in school, you have theoretical knowledge and then you are just listening to what's going to happen out there, or you're listening to news in the industry that you are in. But then when you come out and then you are in practice, that's when, the news becomes very important to you. So for me, when I came out of school, I mean, I just talked about, the time limits that I have. So because of work, like I am so busy. However, I have this subscription with SPE. I think it's called a Journal of Petroleum Technology. I have a subscription with them, and basically what they do is to send you a lot of articles on what's going on in the industry. So day in, day out, I think on a daily basis, about twice a week, I can't tell the frequency of it, but then I'll be getting articles on what's going on in the industry. I mean, you get notification, you can take a look. Like I got this week, they are kindly talking about renewable energy, I mean, cleaner energy and, Shell's plans for. So you basically get, news on that. Aside that, my company does very well in introducing these kind of articles to us. So more or less we have speaker series and lunch and learn sections where people come in and talk to us about what's going on in the industry. Aside that, we have like a hub or intranet where we get articles like that as well. So personally, that is how I stay updated. I mean, you won't be able to be up to date on everything, but I think very important for everybody, if you are in a certain career, you should resort to, getting to know what is going on. You can't be on the dark side, because at the end of the day, you still have to make some decisions in your career. So you have to know what is going on in terms of the progression, so that you can relate it to yourself and then make your decisions as you go on. So yeah, that's that from me. Are you there, Philip?
Hello, are you done? Yes, we lost you a bit, but that's okay. Thank you so much. Move, or I should come again?
Philip, you're breaking up. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right. All right, Abena, over to you. How do you keep yourself updated on industry practice?
Yes, thank you for the question. So personally, hold on, please hold on. Hello. Yes, sorry.
You can hear you.
Yes, so personally, what I do to stay updated is I get any opportunity I get to attend conferences, I do. So that's the first thing I do. I get to attend conferences, speak with people, and also I have a large or kind of sizable network of people and mentors. I speak to them and communicate with them often to be updated. And as Clara said, so SPE has helped me to stay updated with their subscription to Journal of Petroleum Technology. So that's what I do to keep myself updated. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Pearl, can we have you?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, all right. Okay, so my co-panelists have mentioned SPE, and SPE has been very instrumental in helping to keep up to date with information in the industry. Apart from the journal that we subscribe to, being on SPE platforms, like the WhatsApp platform we have and all of that, from time to time, other industry players are giving information on what's happening in their fields. From time to time, you get documents and all of that. And also, additionally, I sign up to web journals from other players in the industry, and you set the frequency as to when you want to be receiving information on what's being done and what's being changed, new developments and all of that in the sectors, and all of that are able to keep me updated. Also attending events. When you hear of something, we see advertisements on LinkedIn and all over. You find it, if you're available, you join, and it's a good avenue to update yourself with information in the sector. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. I'll come back to you. Hold the fort for me. To the two gentlemen on the panel, Alex and Kwanzaa. How do you, for Alex, you move from research, work with industry, go back to research, and you are into academia as well. You've mentioned a few achievements. We'll come back to the achievement, but how do you approach conflict resolution when you are working with varied set of individuals and teams? How do you approach conflict resolution? So I'll take Alex, then I'll move to Kwanzaa.
So, thank you very much, Philip. Indeed, it's not easy working with being in academia, then moving on into
Alex, can you reposition
industry and
yourself? You
working
are
with
breaking.
King culture. Let me do that and get back to you.
All right, Kwanzaa, let me have you. We'll pick Alex later.
Confirm you can hear me, please.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Can you repeat the question again?
All right, so how do you approach conflict resolution with the various set of teams you work with?
So generally, in terms of the formality of where I am, there are channels of communication that if you have any challenge, you can direct your grievances to. I always think that things should be done in a proper manner, especially when there if you want to resolve any form of conflict or disputes. You don't have to be very aggressive towards those issues. You should trust in the process and go through the proper channels so that your voice can be heard. We would always encourage, especially those of us on the call, we are very young. At the beginning of your career, you don't want to step on a lot of toes and all that. So I would always encourage that we use the appropriate channels to address our conflict or disputes.
All right, thank you. Alex, are you okay now? Can you come back? Hello, Alex.
Hello, Philip. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you, but we are having some level of scratch noises in your earpiece. So if you can be stable, we'll be good to go.
Okay. Is it a lot better now?
Yeah, it's a lot better now.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry about that. So I was saying that changing from academia, switching from academia to industry a bit is not that, it is challenging because the working culture is a bit different. What I realized when I got into the industry was that since everyone was busy working on their own projects, and I was also time bound, I had to make do with certain things that was happening. For instance, sometimes you need help from certain engineers, and then they may be busy and they may even not talk to you in a way that is quite pleasant. One thing that helped me to resolve such situations was that you always have to understand from their point of view that they also have projects they are working on. And then the little time they get for you, you have to make it count. And so that's what I did. And within a very short time, I had the pleasure of working on doing a lot of work, getting a lot of work done by not complaining so much, and also taking a little time that I had from the engineers and getting a lot of work done. So I'll say that with conflict resolution, the main thing is to understand the people from their point of view and not always take things as though people are always attacking you.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much, Alex, for that short one. This one goes to everyone, but I'll start from Pearl. You all mentioned bits and bits of information about mentors. What role does a mentor play in our career progression? What role does mentors or a mentor play in our career progression? So I'll take Pearl.
Thanks, Philip. The roles of mentors in the lives of professionals. Basically, I think usually it depends on the willingness of the.
Can I come in?
Yes, you can.
At this point, when you are done, we want you to personalize it for us.
Okay, that's fine.
You have some role models, mentors in your life. So when you give us the general one, we want you to personalize it for us.
All right.
That
right.
goes across to every panelist. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, Philip. Right. So as I started to say, usually it depends on your willingness to learn as a professional, having a mentor. Usually you wouldn't expect the mentor to come around looking for you. Avail yourself to the mentor. They are always willing to give knowledge. They are always willing to give you guidance on your journey. They've gone through it for many years. When you avail yourself, they will make the knowledge that they have acquired over the years, they will make it available to you. Personally, as I said, I met Dr. Riverson of Horn about 2 years ago, and I discussed challenges I have on my career path with him. And so you see, if you don't make it known to them, they wouldn't know and they can't come in to help. They will provide a range of assistance, and you choose what will work best. And you actually go back to them, you discuss it, and it works very well. I have other mentors in my line of work at GNPC. I have a number of them. I reach out to them. If the assistance I need is in that sector, I reach out to them. Everyone is always willing to help. The bottom line is, you as a professional, make yourself available, be willing to learn, be hungry for knowledge, be hungry for growth, and you find the importance of a mentor on your career path. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you too. Abena, can we have you? The role of mentors in your life, in your career life. Abena?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So personally, it was a mentor of mine that introduced me to SPE. So mentors personally provide guidance. I have mentors, and an advice I always give to people is not to limit the kind of mentors you have, because it was a mentor from Nigeria that introduced me to SPE. There was another mentor that recommended me for another thing. And Dr. Riverson, me being on this panel session is as a result of a recommendation from Dr. Riverson. So mentors have guided me. Some have provided opportunities for me, and others have also tutored me. So I do not limit I do not limit mentors in my life. And as Pearl also said, you must be willing to always learn. You must be the one hungry for knowledge, always looking for them to help you in everything. So in general, mentors have provided guidance for me to be able to achieve a structured progression. And some mentors will go the extra length of trying to always have meetings with you to know your progress. And some will even reach out to you for them to provide assistance. But in case you have a mentor not reaching out to you, you need a help. You have to go to the mentor for that guidance. Thank you.
All right. I mean, we are losing you a bit. Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Alex and Kwanzaa, role of mentors. I would like to scale the question a bit by asking how you manage mentor-mentee relationship. So after you tell us the role of mentors in your career progression or in your career life, also move ahead to tell us how you manage that relationship, mentor-mentee relationship. So Kwanzaa, I think you should take it first before Alex.
Right. So for me, I think mentors generally are those who set very high standards or targets for us, and then they actually are very much involved in how we navigate through being successful with these targets that they set for us. So typically you would want to have somebody that is very well experienced, as well as somebody who can relate to your journey, your personal journey, and also takes it as his or her own. For me, like Abina said, I've had a lot of mentors in my life, and for the past couple of years, I've been mentored by Dr. Everson for something, I think about 4 to 5 years. And it's quite interesting. Just before the call, I checked up on him and he mentioned where he is. And probably after this conference or workshop, I'll be touching base with him. I mean, fundamentally, we need to build the connection with your mentor. As a mentee, you should be able to, I mean, rely on them. I mean, and be very open with them in terms of your plans, especially with your career, and then if to some extent your personal life as well, so that they can help you and then guide you through whatever you want to do. I would also want to recommend that if they open up other doors for you, to don't shut the door behind you, allow others to also come in. You might never know who's going to help you. So in as much as your mentor provides you with certain assistance, if you have one single opportunity to help somebody else, don't hesitate to help. That's how you keep your mentor-mentee relationship, because the fact that they see you helping other people to encourage them to help you on, because they know that when they help you, they're going to support others to also succeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alex.
Yes, Philip, I don't know if you can hear me.
We can hear you, but still having some scratches here and there.
Oh, okay.
You could do without the video. You could do without the
video. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. So throughout my career so far, I've had great mentors, actually, from academia and also in the industry with the companies I've been able to work with for a while. From academia, I'll mention one very wonderful person, Professor Richard Amorin. I've been with him for a very long time, right from undergraduate studies all the way till now. The thing is that one thing that I've been able to learn from my mentors so far has been to always accept the challenges that they throw to me. Because sometimes when they throw the challenges to you, you may feel inadequate, or you may feel in a way that these challenges are actually beyond you. If I'll give an example, I remember quite a few years ago, I had the pleasure of participating in the student paper contest here in Ghana on SPE student conference. So what happened was that getting to the venue for the conference, I had no idea, I had no plan that I would be presenting the paper, even though I had already done the research and had the results. I had no plan that I'll be presenting. Then here comes my Prof. Amorin telling me that, man, you're going to present a paper. So I had to put together the slides in the bus from Takwa. I had to put together the slides, went to the conference, presented. Then I actually won first place as a result of that. And it was through that conference that I met Dr. Everson, who has also been very, very influential in my career path so far. So like I said, there are certain challenges that our mentors will actually bring on board. But then if we don't take it up, or we think that they are too much for us, we lose the opportunity. In keeping the mentor-mentee relationship, like Kwamina said, I've also had another opportunity of mentoring students. I've actually been doing that. And even though I am here in Accra currently, I still do that over Zoom calls over the weekends whenever I get an opportunity. So what I do is that I give them my all, I dedicate my time to them, try to help them reach goals that sometimes they will even think that they can't. For instance, I've been able to help people participate in certain competitions like the Ghana Gas Challenge, Petrol Bowl Challenge, and even Petrol Challenge organized by Schlumberger. And majority of these people are already working in the industry. So I can say that I've had very good relationship with my mentors, both from industry and also in academia. And then I've also had the pleasure of keeping my mentor-mentee relationship very active. So the little advice I can give is that we all need, the little advice I can give is that to keep the mentor-mentee relationship active, you need to do constant communication and also have to make sure that, well, whatever your mentors tell you to do, you take it up and you do it with all your best. And I know that the best will come out of it.
All right, thank you, Alex. You have a mentor and you're also a mentor. That is very good. And Kwanzaa says we need to also avail opportunities that our mentors give to us to other people in our lives. These are interesting conversations. We will briefly take a question online, and this question has been directed to Pearl. This question has been directed to Pearl. Let me see if I can read it out. At Pearl, do you like the male-dominated role you are in currently, and what is your advice to female students on this career path? Pearl, if you can hear me, kindly respond to this